Welcome to WRTR Real Talk Radio. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests
and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organizations or institutions. This podcast is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered legal, financial, or professional advice.
While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, we make no representations or warranties of any kind, express or implied, about the completeness, accuracy, reliability, or availability with respect to the podcast or the information, products, services, or related graphics contained in the podcast.
Any reliance you place on such information is strictly at your own risk. In no event will we be liable for any loss or damage, including, without limitation, indirect or consequential loss or damage, or any loss or damage whatsoever arising from loss of data or profits arising out of or in connection with the use of this podcast.
By listening to WRTR Real Talk Radio, you acknowledge that you understand this disclaimer and agree to its terms. Enjoy the show.
WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs, original shows, music news, the hottest DJs from around the world.
There is so much to dissect in this news cycle. The gloves are off, the snakes are out, they revealing themselves, and here we sit, going through it with you. As we welcome you to a new week here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. You came back. Thank you. We're happy to have you here. You can call me Marcus Smoot.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Lyric Provider.
What's going on, lady?
Not too much.
You don't sound like you got energy this week.
I don't.
Uh-oh, what's the
I'm
mood,
tired. My body is going against me at the moment, but it's okay. I push through like I always do. You know how I do.
Absolutely. Yes, you do. And, so, let's see. You know what? Instead of going through moods this week, tell me something good that happened to you in your personal life. Not the news or anything, but something that happened to or around you that made you smile.
This morning when I checked my mailbox, I got a check.
Oh, that always
That was
makes me smile.
unexpected.
Always.
I can't speak on nothing this week because this week has been some bullshit. But this morning, I literally did not expect to see a freaking check. So I'm happy about that because I need that.
You are.
Point.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Same question for something that made you frown.
Let's see. What made me frown? Happened to go to the hospital after I got out of church on Sunday. And sitting there for 12 hours at MedStar Southern Hospital.
Oh, you gonna call them? Well, I mean,
y'all motherfucking bitches should be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, but you see what's happening. It's gonna affect the hospitals.
Yeah. Oh, that ain't nothing new. They always had wait times. This is even before he got back in office. So
okay.
I can't even say that and use that as an excuse. I would give them a pass if this hasn't happened before. So no.
No, excuse me.
12 hours.
Drag them.
Until I got back.
Drag her.
At a level 10 pain.
Jeez.
From something that literally could have killed me.
Oh, wow. Wow. Don't like to hear that, friend.
That.
I don't like to hear that. That's
so when I finally got back there, of course, I had to get me a black nurse that would actually listen because the first one, she was so ready to get out of there.
Oh, okay.
She left me in the room when I said I had to pee, and you guys know I have a kidney issue from past surgery that can't speak about because lawsuit. And she left me in there for 25 minutes until my new nurse came. And wow. I told her that I will go home, unhook all this stuff. I don't mean to take it out on you, but I can suffer at home because y'all haven't given me no pain medicine. I'm like serious pain, like something is going on. Y'all don't care. Y'all left me in here to like freaking die, literally. I'm over it. I'll suffer at home. If something happens to me when I get there, oh well, because I'm sick of waiting. I've waited for 12 hours. And she listened. She understood. She was like, you know what? Let me go get to the doctor. And I promise you, 5 minutes later, she came in with medicine. She came in with a bedside party. and all of that stuff.
Shout out to the
treated
black
me
nurses.
like a human being.
Yep. It just takes humanity. That's it. That's all we're
And
looking
I'm
for.
like, this don't make no sense. That's all y'all have to. That's all that it needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I had to still advocate for myself because for some reason, when it comes to black women in the ER, they don't believe your pain. If they see it, if they do run a test that they can't find what's wrong with you, then they deem there's nothing wrong with you. I advocated for myself, and I've had this body for 43 years.
Yep. Whole time.
I know
Same one.
my body. Well, coming up 43. I ain't 43 yet, so. Mm-hmm. But I've had this body for all my life, so I know when something is
not working.
Shifty.
Right.
Yeah. So, come to find out, he does another test, and bingo, bango, he finds what's wrong. You could see he turned literally white as a ghost, even though he was already white, but
Right.
All the color that he could fathom was gone from his face when he came back in the room to tell me what was wrong. And it's what I thought it was. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I'm just waiting for my next appointment to see if they may have to do another surgery or not. So. That's where I'm at. That's made me frown this week.
Well,
finding some money in my mailbox made me crack a smile.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Always happy about that.
Absolutely.
Bitch.
All right. I see you. Something that made me smile this week. Let's think. I went. It's like pulling teeth. I went out earlier in the week. I actually went out and I was social and I talked to people. Then they tried to take pictures and that was uncomfortable. But then it was just like, okay, sure. But I did go out and I socialized and it was flu season and everything. And I still went out.
How did that go?
I mean, I'm not dead, so we'll see.
Did you at least enjoy yourself?
I did enjoy being outside of the house a little bit. I do like my solidarity, though. This won't be a regular thing. But I've noticed now that if I go out even for like 1 or 2 drinks, I feel like shit in the morning. I can't do it anymore.
Yep.
I really can't. I've outgrown it. Thank God for weed. All right, something that made me frown. White people open-mouthly coughing all week. That made me frown. I was very I was off-put. This was awful. Why do y'all do that? Why, like COVID taught us all of this. We know. Like the first time that this asshat was in office, we saw what happened. And now y'all are doing it again. Do y'all never learn from what's happening? Okay.
They don't.
Okay, well, yeah, that definitely made me frown. Let's see, you got when I grow up I want to be like. Go for it.
I want to be like Douglas County High School senior Mantavius LeBron Presley.
LeBron.
That's a mouthful.
Work.
But he earned $1 million in scholarships.
Damn.
Offers from 58 colleges, including Morehouse, Howard, and Alabama State. He is a leader in academics, clubs, and community service with over 1,100 volunteer hours.
Wow.
Mantavius exemplifies dedication and excellence as he prepares for his next chapter in college.
I guess so. 1,000 hours of volunteer service? Listen, I don't even like working for 1,000 hours for a paycheck. So I get it, young man, work. All right. When I grow up, I want to be like Julian Bond. And for those of you that have maybe not heard his name or impact, on this very day, January 10th, back in 1966, Georgia legislator refuses to seat Julian Bond in the state legislature when he issued his statement opposing the Vietnam War. That's right. Back in 1966, members of the Georgia state legislature pressed newly elected Julian Bond to disassociate himself from them. Bond refused, and they voted to bar him from being even seated. This decision sent shockwaves through the state and national politics. In light of this grave injustice, Martin Luther King Jr., of course alive at the time, and he told the Chicago Defender, the Negro community and the white persons of good will have no alternative but to engage in creative protests, end quote. Some civil rights activists saw this little point of continuing civil rights work in the Deep South if a black elected official like Bond could be denied the right to take his position so easily. So it sounds like some of y'all, in the nigga community that be believing that your vote doesn't count and often use that as an excuse as to why you don't do it. But Bill Ware, who had been a volunteer in Mississippi during the 1964 Freedom Summer, decided to form an ad hoc special committee to re-elect Julian Bond, which eventually grew into what they call the SNCC's Atlanta Project. The committee received money from SNCC to canvass Bond District to build support for a second campaign. The point that I'm making in all of this is that the resistance and the points that we're making, this is the push. And you can go back and read the story because this show is already going to be long. But Google Julian Bond, and and when you guys do, make sure that you look up the whole story and see how relevant it is to our impact right now. You got people that are in legislative branches of government that are being pushed out because their ideals don't line up. Julian didn't stop there. He kept pushing. So, just food for thought. Ready to get in these letters?
Yeah, because I got one that's really like side eye,
Okay.
heavy side eye.
I got one that's kind of interesting, so we'll do that up next. If it were lyric, we'll be right back.
Now, I know we've all seen the video circulating of supposed funny man saying that washcloths are for poor folk. Oh, you ain't seen it yet? 1 second.
Washcloths are for poor people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I only had one friend use washcloths, and when she would stay with me, she'd say, "Can I have a washcloth?" And I said, "I don't have washcloths. There's no washcloth. Use your hand, dummy."
Oh yes, that was alleged funny man's wife, who is supposedly a comic as well, saying, "Use your hand, dummy." Here's what I don't understand. Why are these people so eager to get up on the internet and tell us that they have crusty behinds, dirty hands, don't wash their legs or feet, don't wash their hands? Every day, this is why I don't shake people's hands, and this is why I don't eat people's food that I have not seen them prepare. And even then, I'm still probably not gonna eat it. Call me rude, I don't care. But why is it that lack of hygiene is associated with wealth? And it's also weird to me that he thinks that washcloths are for poor people. Washcloths cost money. I remember when I worked in retail, right? And we sold towels. We sold bath towels, bath mats, washcloths, hand towels, the whole thing. They were all lined up individually, right? In stacks, according to what the towel was. And when it was time to do clearance, guess what towel was always left on the shelf? Washcloths. And the demographic of people that shop at this store was overwhelmingly one in particular. And that always baffled my mind. I'm just curious if somebody else can elaborate on the history behind why rich people would think that washcloths, a tool used to exfoliate your skin and scrub the dirt off of yourself, would be associated with being poor. There's got to be some sort of historical context that I'm missing. Any insight is welcome, honestly. Now, I don't know if this was a lead up to a bit that he's gonna do, because I did see a video that he came across with also, where he was like, "Oh, I guess I'm in a hotel, I'm gonna try washcloth." And then he wiped his behind and showed us the cloth that there was a skip mark left on it was nasty. But this is not something to be flexing on the internet. That's not funny. Y'all understand we can smell you, right? We know when you're not wiping your behind. But I mean, rich people shit, I guess.
When you look at your paycheck this month and realize that they're taking a lot more money out of it to pay for your health insurance, just realize we needed that money to invade Venezuela, okay? It's your patriotic duty to pay more for health care because we had to invade Venezuela. If you're wondering why your daycare costs went up, well, that's because, well, folks, Greenland's not gonna conquer itself now, is it? All right? Sure. You're wondering, well, if we're going to get all this oil and minerals, shouldn't my electric bill go down? Absolutely not. Iran needs to be toppled. What about Yemen? There's not enough craters in Yemen, are there, folks? I don't see enough craters in that desolate country. That's why we had to close your hospital. Hey, what's that over there? Looks like Nigeria's getting a little uppity. Better shut down a school lunch program. Uh-oh, Canada. Did you just talk back to me? That's the reason why we gotta cut back on local infrastructure and make sure more planes fall out of our skies. We can't update shit because we need a 51st state. God forbid we take care of anything we have now. No, it's our patriotic duty to live in a pile of slop and shit. So that way, oil executives can afford another yacht. Yes, sir. May I have another, sir?
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would if it were lyric.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with my segment, If It Were Lyric, where I discuss your situationships, relationships, friendships, and everything in between. And I give my 2 cents about it. Now, if you want to continue sending me your stories and advice questions, please send them to my Gmail at lyricbravado@gmail.com. Thank you, and let's get started. All right. Now, this first one is very spicy, not in a sexual way, but in a like side-eye way, like, girl.
Okay.
Now, they want to be anonymous because they said their names have been changed to protect mine and my children's identities.
I feel like I need popcorn.
Okay. It says, Dear Lyric, my husband's affair partner is pregnant, but doesn't know the baby's father. And I don't know what to do to begin fixing this. A few days ago, he came to me telling me that he wanted us to talk and he needed to come clean that he's been having an affair for the past 6 months.
Wow.
He arranged with his mom to have the kids for the night so she could get them to school so we could talk in private. He had arranged this while I was at work, and when I arrived at 6:45, he was sitting in the living room looking nervous as shit. And quite frankly, I was concerned for him, and I was asking where my damn kids is at. He couldn't meet my gaze. He reached out for my hands and sat down again and quietly announced he was so sorry and he never meant for this to happen, but he had cheated. I had no idea how to react, and I was still concerned why nobody was home. They should have been home hours ago. He started to ramble on, and I think that he was trying to explain himself, but I wasn't paying attention to anything. I was more so worried about my kids.
Of course, because where did they go? What?
Eventually, he told me that his mom was looking after them for the night. He asked me to calm down and let him explain, and I snapped and slapped the shit out of him. He started to get upset, begging me to calm down and let him talk. He didn't choose this, but there's more to the story. I'm so full of emotions, I walked out and sat in my car, and he followed, of course, like a little puppy dog. As I sat in my car, I don't know how long I was sobbing, thinking of our marriage and our children, and what does this mean? Do we go to counseling? Do we get a divorce? Can I forgive him? But the biggest question I had was, why did he cheat? Who the fuck was she? Was she better than me? Why was there a woman more important than the life that we built together for over 22 years? I don't know what to expect, but after I calmed down eventually, he told me that the affair started 6 months ago, and it started with secret messaging, flirtatious, nothing more, and then it started to escalate. And then for the first time together, supposedly they slept with each other 4 months ago. He said her name was Emily, and it didn't mean anything to me, and I half laughed because I do know that our oldest son, James, who's 18, has an ex-girlfriend named Emily.
Oh, no.
Of 2 months ago.
Is this going where I think it's going? Oh, no. Oh, no. No.
He had fucked my son's ex-girlfriend.
You dirty dog. See, I was about to go back and not advocate for her slapping you, but now I kind of feel like you you deserved it. Just a little bit. I mean, what the fuck?
He said he was coming clean because Emily had confided in him 2 weeks ago that she was pregnant and she wasn't sure who the father was, either him or my son.
I forgot about the pregnant part. Golly.
I drove 30 minutes away and checked into a hotel for the night, turning my phone off, and I went to work the next day as normal, eyes red from crying all night. I didn't have energy to talk or argue. I just got through my day. I do not know what to do.
Neither do I.
James, my son, doesn't even know about the affair or the possible pregnancy. Now that we're all back home, I'm trying to make things appear as normal as possible until Christmas is out the way, and then something needs to happen. The truth needs to come out because I can't hold this in anymore. I resent my husband so much for the destruction of our marriage and our family, and I am terrified of what my son will say or do when he finds out about what his father has done.
Wow.
What should I do? Child, do you see why I said this is heavy?
Everybody in therapy now. Everybody in therapy right now, because this is First off,
this is giving Lifetime movie.
Yeah, it's giving something. It's giving like, Trump supporter. I mean,
now I had to condense some of this because it was a lot longer. So okay. I took bits and pieces that made the story make the most sense, so we could get through this segment.
Right.
But my thing is, okay, let's start with the cheating first.
Mm-hmm. That was bad.
People like to say, "Oh, sometimes it's because of what the other person is doing and this, that, and the third." And let me tell you this. Cheating is a choice.
It is. It is. But also, so is the relationship.
Right. It is never the victim of the cheating's fault because the other person decided to step out on their marriage or their relationship. They made that something that they wanted to do, so they went ahead and did it. They did not think about you or your feelings or however long that you've been together. They did not consider that. They considered what they wanted in that moment. It is the most selfish thing that someone could do to someone else. He could have very easily just had a conversation with you when it first started. When the conversation first started, when the text got a little too flirtatious, he should have said something to you. But he hid it, and he let this continue on his own. Mm-hmm. So he is definitely in the wrong for that. I'm not sure what to tell you as far as if you want to stay or go. That is something totally up to you. Only you know what you can tolerate out of a relationship. If this is not a deal breaker and it's just one time that out of your whole marriage and maybe you feel like you can work it out, sure. Take the time to have some personal counseling for yourself, but also have some couples marriage counseling as well if you're going to forgive this situation. Now, this gets a little complicated because there is a pregnancy involved.
With your son's girlfriend.
You don't know who the father is. However, there are...
Wait, how old was his son again?
There are certain DNA tests that you can find out. However, it does put a small risk to the fetus. That is something that you could visit as a family. You and your husband can decide if that's something that can be done to at least find out if you're going to be, I guess, a stepmother or a grandmother, I guess, if you will, to this child, because that's in reality what it is. You're either going to be the grandmother to this child or you're going to be raising this child as your husband's affair baby.
Or you could just leave and not be either of those things.
I mean, you could, but at the end of the day, that's up to that person.
I mean, it's all of that.
I know what I would do. I would be gone because ain't nobody finna play in my face like that. That's just me. That's just me.
Oh, no, it's me too.
But any of you who write into the show, I can only give you my advice. And that is why I'm going to be fair across the board. I cannot be the one to say leave, because some of you, that's not a deal breaker for you. My deal breakers are different from everybody's. Me, if it was me, I'm leaving. Why? Because my peace of mind is worth more. I do not have time to go back and forth. I don't want no baby mama drama. None of that stuff.
No.
He made the decision, so now I'm going to make my own decision to leave this marriage and leave this house.
As you should.
Period.
Absolutely.
So, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. But like I said, if you are willing to work it out, do the work. It is going to take time. The trust is not going to come overnight at all. Once somebody steps out on you, that is something that is going to take time to heal. Probably just as long as it took them to continue their cheating, if not longer, because it's a betrayal of trust. Um, and that takes a long time to repair. Sometimes it might take a couple of years. You never know when you're going to be ready to get over some stuff. But if that's the path that you want, take the necessary steps. If not, girl, get the fuck out of there.
Run.
Say
Deuces.
peace. Say enjoy your grandchild or your new child without me, and give him your ass to kiss, and then take him to court and get your alimony payment, because you definitely will get it, because he stepped out and there's proof.
I forgot. Is her son is this an adult person?
Her oldest
Yeah.
son is 18.
So that girlfriend could be possibly underage. So
No, she's 19.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, still, that's not okay, but still, you know what I'm saying? As far as age of consent, you can't get them like that. But, ooh, baby, so hate this for you. I so hate it for you. All righty. This one is about someone's kid, but it's a little, less heavy. It says, Dear Lyric. So my 14-year-old daughter has been saving her allowance for a while now, and I guess while shopping with my sister, she bought one of her best friends a pair of shoes that came out to $94. I didn't know she did that, and now I'm kind of nervous if it's acceptable for her to gift them to her friend. She told me that she asked her friend what she wanted for her birthday, and she told her, quote, I asked my mom for these shoes, but my mom said, no, you're not getting those, end quote. I'm assuming because of the price? Now I feel like it might be wrong to have her gift those shoes. My daughter is so excited to go back to school and give them to her, but I have this gut feeling that the mom of the friend won't like it and it may cause some drama. If it were you, how would you handle it? Would you just let young people be young people and stay out of it? Or should I interject with some sort of a lesson here? I don't want to discourage my daughter from having a good heart, but I also don't want her feelings hurt and her money wasted if the friend's mom flips out and makes her give them back. Thanks, Mother Teresa.
Make sure she keeps the receipt. Make sure she keeps that receipt. It could go either way, honestly. That's just something that she's going to have to take as a lesson learned. The mom could be very appreciative, and it could be very well because she can't afford those herself, and she could be grateful, or she could be a bitter mom who just, well, I'm not, if I can't buy them, then I don't want her to have them, because I don't want you to have the expectation that you're going to get the next expensive thing that I can't give you, or that I'm not willing to purchase you. It could really go either way. What I honestly would do as a mom, I would write a note to their mom. And just let her know that you had concerns, but your daughter did this out the kindness of her heart because that's her friend, this, that, and the third. And just explain and be like, we would really love for her to have these as a gift, as a token of friendship. If you aren't willing to accept it, that's perfectly fine. Just let us know and let that baby give her them shoes.
Wow.
What's the problem?
That's actually really good advice. Because I was
that's what I would do.
I was about to drag her for assuming the lady ain't had no money, but you know.
But keep the receipt though, just in case it don't go your way. Make sure that you keep the receipt, so just in case it goes awry, then she can get her little coin back,
right? And
maybe buy something else that is more appropriate. But yeah, that's what I would do. Write the mom a note, send it with the gift, and that'll probably ease it when it's coming from another parent to parent, You
don't think it'll be like...
you don't think that your intentions are you trying to overshadow her as a mom. Because some people can easily feel that way. We're like, no, she is good friends with your daughter. She said this was something that she really, really wanted for Christmas. And my daughter
birthday
saved and used her own money to purchase this for her friend. And we would be grateful if you would accept this as a token of friendship and just see where it goes.
Right.
9 times out of 10, most people ain't going to say, nah, I don't give a fuck, get them shoes back. They're going to see that and they're going to be like, you know what? Okay. That was very nice. Might even make her write a thank you. Now, I don't know if thank you notes are still a thing, but I still make my kids do thank you notes sometimes.
I'll send you a text. Thanks. Love you. XOXO, little emoji,
But it
kissy face.
depends. It depends. It depends. Like say if my older family members who live in other states, they don't do that text and stuff. Just send them a thank you note.
Got it.
Takes 2 seconds.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I would do. If anybody wants to continue to send me your advice, questions, and stories, please send them to my Gmail. And I hope this helped both of you today. And I will catch you next week. See ya.
This timeline coming up, this is messy, and we have kind of taken a break. We came back for the New Year's, but we ain't really talked business, and it's a lot. So, trolling the timeline, up next.
Can I say something that sounds like a joke, but it actually explains a lot? White people are wildly unoriginal. Sorry. And I don't mean that creatively, I mean that structurally. Because explain to me why you cross an entire ocean, right? Just to reuse the same names. New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, New England. New what? You didn't discover anything. You just slapped new on something that already existed. And once you notice that, you start seeing the same pattern everywhere. It's not just cities and states. It's food, it's clothes, it's practices. It's aesthetics. Nothing actually gets created, it just gets rebranded. Agua fresca? Now it's spa water? Okay. A tostado is a flat taco? You kidding me? Girl. A dupatta is suddenly a Scandinavian scarf? Baby hairs laid with intention? Sticky bangs? Y'all, what? Like, be serious. And the wild part is how confidently it happens. No curiosity, no credit, no acknowledgement. Just, hey guys, I found this. No, you didn't. You renamed it. And this is why colonization was never about innovation. It was about ownership. Because if you can rename something, you can claim it. If you can claim it, you can sell it. And if you can sell it, you can erase where it came from. That's why indigenous place names disappeared. That's why food loses its origin story. That's why traditions get stripped down and turned into trends. It's not accidental, it's procedural. And before anyone gets defensive, this is not jealousy, I am not bitter. And this show ain't why can't we all share? 'Cause no. It's about the audacity of acting original while standing on stolen ground. When cultures create, you can trace the lineage. You can see who taught who. You can see the continuity. When colonizers create, it's usually just a copy, and a bad one at that, with the context removed. So no, I'm not shocked when something new looks suspiciously old. I'm not surprised when the origin disappears. I expect it, because history already showed us who does the inventing and who does the renaming. Anyway, I just wanted you to notice it too.
Time to troll.
Okay, so we're back, and it is time to troll this long-ass timeline. See, this is the problem when your world is on fire, like the actual Earth is like a lot of shit is happening at once, so you got to cherry pick what you really want to talk about, what you don't. I wanted to throw some white people up in here, so I talked. Did you watch?
Of course you did.
I did, but you know, just very bare minimum. But did you see Andy Cohen on New Year's Eve?
No.
Okay, so
I was out New Year's Eve, so I haven't seen
of course you did
any of that stuff. I had a show.
Andy Cohen got the drunk white fags out here looking like a hot ass mess. According to TMZ, the Bravo honcho lit into Adams during, and they're talking about Eric Adams, the mayor of New York. So he lit into Eric Adams during CNN's New York Eve broadcast, torching the ex-mayor's run as chaotic and urging him to ride off into retirement. Cohen, holding a drink on air, mocked, he was acting like this was what happened, or Watch What Happens Live, whatever the fuck ass shit they be getting on that show, drinking and talking shit on Bravo. But he mocked Adams' exit and appeared to take a swipe at dismissed federal corruption case, prompting Cooper and BJ Novak to kind of jump in and attempt damage control. I'm gonna just play the clip for y'all and let y'all decide, because I agree that Eric Adams is yet another detestable person that needs to find his black ass locked in a cell, but I don't know, sometimes you miss the message because of the messenger. So here's what Andy had to say.
Watching the final moments of Mayor Adams' chaotic. Or are we going on a de Blasio style? No. Oh no. I just want to say,
Don't.
I mean,
No,
he got his pardons. He's
Andy, I gotta cut you off.
No,
I've seen this happen.
No, I'm just saying. Great, you got your pardons. Go off into
It's after midnight.
sunset.
It's after.
We'll
Sweetie.
fiddle with what
He
we
said,
have.
sweetie.
What you left us with.
Thing with you and me, man.
Go dance away. We'll see you at all the parties.
Help himself.
You partied
help
your
himself.
way through.
We will see you at Zero Bond.
And you've got, we'll see you at
12:35. Don't be later.
Clubs.
Wow.
We'll see you there.
Yeah.
You got the pardon.
Okay, is this how we're entering 20?
No, I just want to say goodbye, Mayor Adams.
You did a good job with the
did it.
rats, right?
You did it. You did it, didn't you? Honestly.
Wow.
But I will say this. I think he maybe dented rat population.
Oh, no.
No, I
Done
think he
You helped with the
worked out.
rats. That was the Ricky Van Veen newsletter.
I love how quickly you turn. Like,
No, I will say.
Rat did do great work
I
with
think
rats.
he got rid of some of the rats.
No, the rat
But-
population has
Yes.
a lot of it has to do with
Isn't
the.
that a metaphor of sorts? Let's call it as it is.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly.
So I think
But anyway, there may be less. Well, guess what? It is 2026, and there are less rats.
Fewer.
What's going on with you?
Fewer rats.
Anyway, that was
I'm
awesome.
so glad that you experienced this for the first time.
It really is great. I hope you guys do it forever.
Yeah, me too.
It's really great.
Me too. I'm not sure with this one. I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
See what happens
How
every
fast
year.
have you guys?
Wow. He
Yeah.
went in.
He did, and I
He
said
gave 0 fucks.
I mean, drunk as hell, but not untruthful word spoken. Not one. Because Eric Adams dirty as fuck. probably wasn't Andy Cohen's. wasn't his place to say it, but you know, thought I'd start off with something fun because the rest of this is horrible. Go ahead. What you got? Speaking of detestable
Okay.
whites.
Okay. Mr. 1738.
Oh no.
Let the games begin.
Okay.
Now, we had a long run with Blueface and Krishan.
Yeah, we did. One might say too long.
Mr. Fetty Wap is out of jail.
Oh, not the eye. The eye is back.
He has been released, and already one of his baby mamas is not happy at all.
I mean, you're Fetty Wap's baby mama, so you were unhappy by default. But, yeah.
So she made a post saying how disappointed she was. It hasn't even been 24 hours, and he's already done pissed her off.
Oh.
So I don't know what that's about, but girl, he just got out of jail. What do you expect? A house call?
She probably expects money at this
You got to
point.
give him time to wash his ass to get that jail smell off of him.
Oh,
first.
no. I don't know. Fetty don't strike me as somebody that. Never mind. Anyways, okay.
But yeah, everybody is happy about it though.
I bet they are.
'Cause I guess they feel like music was popping back in 2016 when he was at his all-time high. So we're gonna see how this plays out. Hopefully, it's not another Blueface and Krishan situation. And speaking of Krishan, congrats to her.
Okay.
For doing something different. And I've been saying this. She needs to take her aggression and use it in a positive manner.
What's she
Well,
been doing?
she just signed a deal to start boxing.
To who?
To start boxing.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
major deal.
That tracks. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just glad that she's using this as a way to change her career and her life for her and her kid in a more positive way. Use that aggression and turn it into a bag the right way.
Yeah.
The sport way. Because being portrayed as the ratchet hood girl who's always fighting everybody and doesn't know how to keep her hands to herself is not going to get you nowhere but jail.
Well, speaking of keeping your hands to yourself, Trigger Trey. Yeah. Trey Songz are charged with assault for allegedly punching a nightclub worker in the face.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
He been wilding though. He been wilding for a minute.
For a good minute. Trigger Trey, like I said. According to LA Times, Trey Songz was arrested and arraigned on multiple charges Sunday for his alleged involvement in two separate incidents in two different Manhattan establishments. The R&B singer, whose real name is Tremaine Neverson, was reportedly out with his friends on the earlier part of December. They're saying December 4th, when he allegedly punched a nightclub employee in the face, according to the New York Post. Prosecutors reportedly described Songz becoming, quote, needlessly irate after being informed that it was closing time by a drama nightclub worker around 4:25 a.m. During the early morning hours on Sunday, Songz was also reportedly involved in another incident at Mira, a restaurant and hookah lounge. He is accused of trashing the establishment and destroying $1,500 worth of property, including hookahs, DJ equipment, and sofas. According to TMZ, it was after Songz was arrested for this incident that the police realized he was also wanted for an alleged nightclub altercation. So, what's going on with Trigger?
What hasn't been going on with him? I don't understand it. I don't understand what his issue is, why he can't stay out of trouble.
I mean,
make music.
Make music. R&B nigga,
like, what are you doing? You're an R&B singer. We haven't heard any new songs from him in I don't know how long.
You the nigga that we go to for soft music and jams.
Continue to last.
Right. You the nigga we go to. The neighbors know my name. Shit like that. You that dude that we sit down and you want a mood set. You supposed to be that brother, and then you out here wilding out, punching people in the club because at 4:25 a.m. they told you to get the fuck out. Really? Do you own the club? Because I mean, if you want someplace that's open, I'm pretty sure you have some access to some after hour spots. Let them people go home. Why are you punching? Weird ass people. Ugh.
He just. I don't get it. I don't get it.
You got something else?
Let's talk about the shit that happened in Minneapolis about the fucking ICE guy.
I wanted to save that for real talk.
Shooting that woman.
I wanted to save that for real talk. You want to save it for there? You can leave.
Oh,
you don't?
We can, but I'm just mad that the very next day, when they put out the candles and stuff to honor her life.
Yep.
The motherfucker had the nerve to kick them shits over, like, fuck your tribute and this, that, and the third. Like,
no, we gonna get into Nicole Good's situation because that was so heartbreaking.
It is disrespectful.
It is.
It's disrespectful.
Well, speaking.
I don't know.
Well, speaking of more harmful men, New England Patriots player Stefon Diggs faces strangulation assault charges. Yeah. So, this is according to ABC News. Now, Stefon Diggs, well, let me read it. New England Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs is facing strangulation and assault charges, according to the court records. The complaint was made by a woman who worked as a private chef for the NFL player, according to court documents. During a December 2nd dispute over money that she claimed Diggs owed her, he allegedly smacked her across the face and, quote, tried to choke her using the crook of his elbow around her neck, end quote, the complainant says. She says that she tried to pry his arm away. He tightened his grip. At that point, the male threw her on the bed, the document said. Diggs' attorney, David Meyer, said the NFL player, quote, categorically denies these allegations because they did not occur, end quote. So, yeah, Stefon Diggs, y'all may know him as Cardi B's baby daddy. Yeah. So that's just another. That girl keep taking L's. I mean, I used to.
She ain't taking no damn L.
She is taking L's.
That's his situation. She's still winning.
Well, see, that would be the case had she not gone on live, because she'd been on live talking to her fans back and forth about this active case. Like, girl, I don't know why you keep having. I mean, I don't know why you keep having babies with dangerous people. This is crazy. because y'all be the first ones to tell people, oh, the fags, and it's about procreation, and the fags are bad for their children, or bad for your children. But y'all are bad for your children. Y'all are bringing them into fuck ass circumstances like these because you make poor decisions. So yeah, whatever. I need something positive.
Let's see.
You got anything?
I don't know if you would consider this positive, but Donald Trump speaks on if he consider pardoning Diddy.
No. Why would that be positive? How could you spin that?
Considering it. He says he's not considering it.
Oh, you
says
it's not.
More difficult to do due to previous terrible statements, which says a lot. Which means, since you talk bad about me, don't ask me for no favors.
Exactly.
Exactly. Nigga, you gonna sit in jail. Fuck you talking about?
I don't know why niggas think that Donald Trump fucks with them. What is up with that? I mean, you got Nikki. You want to get into this Nikki thing? Actually, you know what? Let me bring a little breath of fresh air. Wicked star Cynthia Erivo pitches her new next dream role. Now, if you had to, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you had to perfectly cast Cynthia Erivo in something, what would you consider casting her as? Like, just knowing her range, knowing her talent, knowing what she's able to do on screen, singing and not.
That's tough.
Think MCU.
Storm.
That is her next dream role, according to avclub.com.
Damn, I got that on a Monday.
You did, but think about it. She said, they say in this article, we guess when it comes to manifesting big things for yourself, there are worse times to do it than when you're coming off one $680 million box office hit, which, of course, was Wicked. Cynthia Erivo didn't beat around the bush. Then when asked what dream part she'd love to tackle next, X-Men hero Aurora Storm Monroe is what she said. And I couldn't think of a better person, like from looks to talent to ability, and she's gorgeous.
She need to gain that weight back, though.
But you know what? Storm was small.
And she wasn't that small. No, she looks like she has an eating disorder, Marcus. You must not have seen, and I mean no disrespect, but whatever y'all was going through on that damn set had both of them girls looking like Skeletor. Respectfully. I don't mean no harm. I'm telling you like it was. Like I was concerned. I'm like, what the fuck type of shit they got going? Are they starving you bitches? I'm dead ass serious. They giving y'all air sandwiches when y'all go on break. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Some women are just petite.
You can see rib cages. That's not healthy. I want her to be a healthy Storm.
She is Storm healthy.
Had titties. Storm had body, yada yada. Like Storm was that girl. Yeah, I need her to get her body back together.
Okay. Well.
Fuck that Wicked Witch shit. We need a baddie for Storm. We need you to get back in your bag before you got that role. Yeah, that's what I need.
Well, there's always work to be done before a major role, so I'm here for it. But I thought, what a perfect casting, though. If they really wanted to wow the peeps.
Well, they better do something because look, I love me some X-Men. I used to watch the fucking cartoon when it came on.
Right.
Saturday morning, yep. I was watching that shit.
And I even watched X-Men
Captain
97.
America and all that shit that used to come on together.
Yep.
Baby, when I tell you, they better be good for this casting. And it better be on some realistic shit because the past movies have really been pissing me off.
Well,
I'm like...
I'm so sick of seeing the same faces in all of the movies. Y'all do know that there are other people out there, right? Like people that are cast for would be perfect for these roles. But I mean, even Cynthia, I mean, that would be just. There's no way. Like I read the article, the light bulb went off, and I was like, this is perfect. So I can see that.
Yep.
Got something else? You want to talk Nikki now? Go ahead.
Do we have to?
I mean, let's mention it at least, because we've been talking about them the past few shows, her and Cardi, and I just mentioned Cardi. And Nikki out here over at Turning Point USA, twerking for Massa.
I really don't care because I signed that petition. I think I said that last time. I don't
you did
remember
say
if
that.
I did or if
Did
I
we drag her
didn't, but
last week?
I dead ass signed that shit.
Did we drag her last week already?
Me and my husband signed it.
And me. And me.
Bye, girl.
I forgot. We did drag her last week. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, because ain't nobody got time for that. Like, ain't nobody got time. And honestly, she's been quite silent since then. I haven't heard any, like...
Didn't she disable her Instagram?
Or anything like that.
She disabled her Instagram, right?
Did she?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what the reports were saying.
Her.
That's what the reports were saying. They said that after the backlash, she and she lost a whole lot of followers all at once. Let me see, because I read this shit, and of all the times to be,
she sure the fuck did.
Yep, you see it. Yep.
Oh my God! Stop playing with me.
Well, according to Forbes, hold on, no. Forbes says this false viral claim about Nicki Minaj, like a diss from. Wait, this is not that. Hold on. This is hilarious. Oh, did you? Go ahead.
No, it's just a headline. Nicki Minaj wipes Instagram after losing 10 million followers overnight. That's all it says.
Okay.
That's all it need to say.
Well, they're saying that that's not really. They said that she lost a significant amount, but it wasn't like 10 million.
Oh, a lot of these joints are saying it's up to that. It's about that.
I mean, I don't really care about who lost followers. I just think it's funny that you went over there. Like, okay, so you went over there on Erica Kirk's show. Erica Kirk, late wife of Charlie Kirk, who said that you, Nicki Minaj, were not a good role model for women and for young girls and women. That's what he said. He didn't even rock with you, and you went on goddamn Erica Kirk's stage to tell that white woman that boys should be boys, girls should be girls, when your entire fan base is rainbow colored. Yeah, like, who do you think your barbs are? It's all fags. It's people that identify with the L, G, B, or the T, or the Q, or the I, or the A. Who else you think out here wearing pink wigs? Who else you think they could? I mean, what do you? Boys should be boys. So what? You want thugs showing up to your shows in pink wigs? That's not gonna happen. You've weaponized your barbs to go attack other people. That's your whole fan base. Girl, you threw your entire career away to get on a stage and tell a white woman how important it was for you to be next to her. That's what you did. And that is why I don't have any of your music in my library. Never did, actually. So, I mean, do with that what you will, but do better, because that was horrible. That made me sick. I don't even rock with you, but I know your influence, and I know how much you mean to other people. Do you know that other people have made their entire identities? They had Twitter tags where people were talking about followed by Nicki Minaj. You remember when that shit was popping? Retweeted by Nicki Minaj this many times and all this other shit. Like, it was a trophy. Your persona, your presence, your influence was a persona to so many people, and you chose to throw that away. That is what you did. So fuck you forever, Nicki. Speaking of fuck you forever, Tyler Perry sued again for sexual assault. Did you see this? Did you?
Did you see Donnie McClurkin?
Hold on, I'm getting into him on my segment because getting into him. Okay, never mind. No, I didn't mean for that. Didn't like that. Okay, according to Hollywood Reporter, Tyler Perry sued for sexual assault by a new accuser and an actor in a Medea movie. Lord, them Medea movies was pumping out wigs and fags, what I tell you. Woo! Okay, all jokes aside, because this isn't funny, like Mario Rodriguez, who was told to audition for one of Perry's movies, seeks at least $77 million from the filmmaker and Lionsgate. Perry has denied the allegations. So The article says in The Hollywood Reporter, Tyler Perry has been sued for sexual battery by an actor who appeared in Boo, a Medea Halloween, and accuses the entertainment mogul of multiple instances of assault across several years at his Los Angeles home. Mario Rodriguez, in a suit filed on last Thursday in California state court, claims that Perry subjected him to unwanted sexual advances, including one occasion in 2018 in which the filmmaker, quote, tightly hugged him and, quote, grabbed his penis. In a statement, Alex Shapiro, a lawyer for Perry, denied the allegations, quote, having recently failed in another matter against Mr. Perry. The very same lawyer has now made yet another demand from more than a decade ago, which will also be a failed money grab, he told The Hollywood Reporter. Thoughts? Because, it keeps showing up for Mr. Perry there, Miss Lyric. What's going on? Not you.
Oh, it's rather rainy outside today, isn't it? The storms are coming.
It is, and it's about to wash out all of this drama. Cause, I don't know what to say. Cause these allegations keep showing up. Tyler, what's going on? You keep swinging on that closet door, and allegedly, of course. I can say as a gay man that I don't have people alleging things of me. So, anyways, something about that word consent. You got anything else?
Clock it. Nope.
I do. Will Smith sued by violinist Brian King Joseph for sexual harassment.
Child, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yeah, didn't have this one on my 2026 bingo card, but here we sit. Oh, no pun intended. According to People, a musician is suing Will Smith and his company for sexual harassment, alleging wrongful termination and retaliation. Professional violinist Brian King Joseph filed a complaint at the Superior Court of California County of Los Angeles on Tuesday, December 30th, against the Bad Boys star, who is 57, and Treyball Studio Management Incorporated. The complaint claims that Smith was, quote, deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph for further sexual exploitation, end quote. After inviting Joseph to join his global tour based on a true story, 2025, in November of 2024. It details an alleged, of course, traumatic series of events, end quote, in March 2025 amid Smith's tour, in which Joseph claims that he discovered that someone had entered his Las Vegas hotel room with no signs of forced entry. Evidence of a sexual threat of violence allegedly included a handwritten note reading, quote, Brian, I'll be back, just us, end quote, with a drawn heart and signed, quote, Stone F, as well as wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication with another individual's name, and an earring, hospital discharge paperwork belonging to a person unbeknownst to Joseph. Joseph alleged he, quote, feared that an unknown individual would soon return to his room to engage in sexual acts with him, according to the complaint. Mr. Joseph's allegation concerning my clients are false, baseless, and reckless. Alan B. Grodsky, an attorney for Smith, told People in a statement on January 1st, quote, they are categorically denied, and we will use all legal means available to address these claims and ensure that the truth is brought to light. Miss Lyric, are you still there? Where did you go?
Nope. Saying. Because why can't people keep their private parts to themselves? I just don't understand. Real simple. Real simple. That's crazy.
I'm gonna watch how this stuff plays out. One last thing. Ray J has been hospitalized. Ray J rushed to hospital with severe pneumonia and heart pain.
Somebody got to his ass.
R&B singer. What do you mean? What? I don't wish bad on anybody, but after that gun thing and these violence.
I ain't wishing bad. I'm not. Pneumonia in Hollywood.
I mean, R&B singer and
usually means something else.
That's true. According to blacknews.com, R&B singer and actor Ray J was recently rushed to a Las Vegas hospital, after suffering from severe pneumonia and heart pain. Doctors are monitoring him as closely as he undergoes tests to assess his condition. You know, the 44-year-old singer has a history of serious lung issues. 4 years ago, during the COVID-19 pandemic, he battled non-COVID pneumonia,
take it out.
and that was so severe he feared for his life. At the time, he needed oxygen and an inhaler, but had fully recovered. So, of course, after COVID and you're in the hospital again for pneumonia, they are keeping a close eye on him. And while he has been detestable lately, I don't wish harm on anyone. So, hopefully, he can recover and then maybe, get some help after, maybe letting off them substances for a while, being in that hospital to detox a little bit, maybe. Probably not. I don't know. All right. Well, I mean, that was long, but that was at least what I cherry picked. You got anything else?
I don't want to talk about anything else because y'all are trifling. All of y'all are trifling.
Well,
I forgot, y'all. My bad. There is something that with some tea that I found hilarious.
Okay.
Now,
I don't.
It don't matter what age you are to get red for filth.
Oh, no. Everybody can get it.
It can happen at any age, at any given time. But
just when you're not expecting
Tokyo Tony, who y'all know from DC, and Kaya, yes, my neck and my back.
Her pussy and her crack.
Are beefing heavily.
Not beefing.
Heavily. Going back and forth, ripping each other to shreds.
About what?
Just catty stuff. Just catty stuff. Just catty stuff. However, we'll play it at the end.
Okay.
But the read that Kaya delivered.
Okay. So it's that good.
Baby, when I tell you, Trina's cousin, he made a comment in the comment section. He was like, I done got read by her before. And it made me not say anything for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
That particular read for Tokyo Tony, he said was in the top 10 of her reads of all time.
You have the audio of it?
So we gotta play this shit. Because, baby, when I tell you she read her for motherfucking filth.
All right.
I said.
All right, here we go.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Gag order, honey, the nerve of a buck-toothed, rotten, pecan body ass bitch without a coin job or a home. Having the nerve to try to speak on the motherfucking queen. And my motherfucking bookshelf. And my motherfucking chair that I sit in and read bitches so lovely. Yeah, well, do you think I give two fucks about a homeless comeback or about what a failure of a mother and grandmother has to say about a bitch with independent platinum and gold plaque that's still getting book paid, sample music publishing through the roof, license and sinks for days, movies, videos, commercials, bitch, the money keeps rolling in, shows nonstop, the coins just keep coming and running in from the royalties that I'll be collecting forever, ever, and when I leave here, my children are going to be collecting them forever, ever, and you didn't leave your daughter nothing but how to be a prostitute, whore, scrumper, fake ass Christian and pastor, slut, slanging pussy. That's the only thing you taught your daughter, bitch, and you got the nerve to be trying to come for the quick. You ain't talking about nothing, bitch, and I only deal with facts. And the fact is, fuck you and Nick Van Dyke. Both you hoes need to be deported immediately. Why you worried about my bookcase? I own my home, bitch. The deeds is in my name. Goddamn Nick Van Dyke, if all you got is Tokyo crack to take up for you, bitch, you are fucking doomed. Fried tar at the bottom of the goddamn dumpster. Did you see if Nick Van Dyke can get you somewhere to live? Because she about to get put out her house. Looking like you've been smoking meth all day. Then you got the nerve to call somebody ugly. Girl, knowing damn well, whenever a nigga see you from the front or the back, all they can say is, damn! Damn at your face, damn at your teeth, damn at the white around your motherfucking lips, damn at the crack smell oozing off your breath. Chicken head bitch from the 80s. Damn, your daughter and granddaughter hate to see you motherfucking come. Damn at the bed bugs in your duffel bag as you leave the red roof in. Damn at the foul odor seeping out the crack of your ass. Damn at the time you spend online hating on folks and you still got $0. Damn at the great wall of tartar sauce, leaving crust all around your teeth and coochie gag with as you toss them dingy, stinking, ranking ass panties on the floor that even a dog wouldn't chew up. So, Connor, we got another body. move. And get the fuck away from the light, because you the darkness. Pitch darkness. This is the case of death. Drowning in misery, sorry, not sorry, gag. Because death has becomes her, because that's all we see in your eyes and in the back of your motherfucking throat whenever you open your mouth, bitch. Is darkness, death, and decay. Let's talk about the order. Your homeless, doped up, coked up, low-life, bull-dagging ass is being charged with trying to take up for a batshit crazy hoe with loose marbles just like you. Always talking about absolutely nothing. Not staying your ugly, doped out ass offline. Not throwing your food stamp phone in the toilet. Thinking you're famous when you're not. Failing as a mother and a grandmother. Not getting your pussy checked. Not fixing that big ass parking space between your teeth. Looking like a predator trying to check a bitch instead of checking into rehab. Not washing your pussy or your cheap synthetic wig, you junky big headed bitch. Not putting your eyelashes on correctly, but always want gag or the honey, the nerve of a boy.
Okay. That was
Cleared.
That was a lot.
Cleared.
I mean, definitely cleared. But I just feel like with Kaya and her age, I just feel like a read should be a little bit more refined. That's something I expect of somebody in their 30s, maybe.
Well,
or maybe in their 20s. I mean, it was. Listen, you threw a whole bunch of cuss words into a bowl, and you shook them up, and you made them sound nice, and that was great. But what lesson did you leave her with? What was this about?
Bitches like that, they gotta go somewhere.
but she started it.
Said, bitch, where do you get your money from? How are you eating? You still sitting in that same spot. I know that seat stink. I know her pissy hot old ass sitting in them drawers, just sitting there with that dirty ass hair rag on, loud reading the fucking screen. This bitches, it has nothing else to.
She started it. Kaya finished it.
I see that. Let me see. Tokyo Tony.
She said, "Tell her see something about." So she asked for it.
No, I get that. Tokyo Tony age about 54 years. Tokyo Tony is 54 years old.
She said something about it is because Kaya said something about Nicki Minaj. First of all, let's be clear. Nicki Minaj does not know you. She don't care about you. And for her to be aligning herself with that party means she really don't give a fuck about what you're talking about.
She don't care about
your freedom, your rights, or anything.
Nope.
So what are you taking up for her for?
Nope.
You're not going to get paid. She's not going to send you a check. She's not going to give you even a photo op. What are you doing that for? So you came at her wrong, and then she responded, and now according to reports, now she want to fly her ass out to where Kaya lives at.
So they can fight at 49 and 54? This is dumb. Ladies, come on now. Yo. Okay. All right. Up next, unseasoned behavior. We'll be right back.
By the rules of the house and take those out of your ears. Okay? I don't want to see it. Okay? Before you're done, you're coming with eyeshadow, lipstick, dress on, all that stuff. So please, cut it now. Take it out of your ears. When you go out, you can put it in. Or, first of all, you start with a nail. So it's a little bit, until it looks like God knows what. So do me a favor right now. And don't let me have to say it again. Because it's not going to be nice. Okay? Homosexuality is not something that I condone. Not something that I condone. And
I think a lot of people have children and for some odd reason do not anticipate that their children can turn out to be something other than what you have envisioned for them. I don't care about what you believe as far as it pertains to quite literally anything. Do not have children if you are not ready for them to become something that you might not be okay with. And here's the thing about when your children turn out to be gay or trans or non-binary or whatever the case may be, right? Here's the thing. It's not your life. It is not your life. And some people are like, well, it's their house, blah, blah, blah. But you brought this person into the world. So when you bring a person into the world, you do not own them. You do not own them. So if you are not going to bring someone into the world with the understanding that they might be different than what I have understood I want a child to be like. And the idea of even bringing someone into the world saying this is what I want someone to be like, honestly, as long as my children are not criminals and are not walking through the world harming other people, they could be blue fucking aliens for all I care. I'm going to love and accept them, and as their mother, it is my responsibility to take care of them until they die. I think some of you see your journey as parenthood as a means of control. You are this person that I built, I made, mine. You will do as I say. This is my house, my roof. Where the fuck do you want them to go? You brought them into this world. Like, y'all be like, oh, well, it's their roof. You could have just not had fucking kids. You could have just not had fucking kids. If you wanted something to control, get a fucking dog. Y'all see children, and then even that young man, he is like, what, 21? Oh, well, if you don't like it, get out of my house. In this economy, the whole precedence, the whole idea of kicking children out the minute they do something that you don't fucking like them doing. They're not being unsafe. They're not being unsafe to you. They're not in your house tearing your shit up. The man... The young man is wearing fucking nail polish. Like, he has his nails done and he's wearing some fucking makeup. And that to y'all qualifies as a reason to kick your child out the house. Y'all are not parents. Y'all don't deserve to be parents. I don't care. And then, you know what's so interesting to me when we talk about the idea of child-free parents? People love to say that child-free parents or people who don't have children are the ones that end up in nursing homes and they don't have people because they don't have anyone visiting them or anyone to visit them. It's a lot of parents, people who have children, and some of them are a gang of kids that live in nursing homes because they were horrible parents. And so, they're horrible parents because they don't believe in homosexuality. If you're going to kick your child out of your house because they want to wear fucking nail polish, yeah, you're a shitty parent. Yeah, you're a shitty parent. You don't necessarily have to believe in it, but let them live their fucking lives. It's not harming you. It's not hurting you. Just simply looking at it is making you so fucking distraught. Like, get a fucking grip on reality. Like, my God.
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
We're back. Okay, so I purposely left this out of the trolling segment so I could speak more on it. I'm talking about the Donnie McClurkin. First, I'm going to read a bit of the story, and then I'm going to tell y'all why this is unseasoned. So, according to NBC News, Grammy-winning gospel singer and pastor accused of sexually abusing a young man. So this is on NBCnews.com. It says, Donnie McClurkin, a Grammy-winning gospel singer and pastor, sexually abused a young man over several years and wrote an apology email declaring himself, quote, a dirty old man, end quote, according to a new lawsuit. Corletto says in the lawsuit that he was struggling to reconcile his sexuality with his faith when he sought out McClurkin in 2003. The lawsuit says Corletto, then 21, went to McClurkin's church in Long Island, New York, after reading his autobiographical book, which he described how, quote, God helped him overcome the, quote, curse of homosexuality. At the church event, McClurkin, quote, talked about being raped as a child, which resonated with me because that's similar to my story, Corletto said in an interview with NBC News. He said he was brought to meet with McClurkin after the event, and the man took an immediate interest in him. Corletto says, quote, at first it was all very innocent and what I thought was mentoring, but now he believes he was being groomed from the start. McClurkin began to molest Corletto during the, quote, pray the gay away spiritual sessions. Okay. I'm trying to get to the article. The lawsuit says, and the abuse escalated over the next several years. During this period, Corletto worked as McClurkin's assistant and regularly traveled with him, according to the new lawsuit. Corletto, quote, struggled to process these incidents of sexual abuse as McClurkin was both his mentor and employer, making it difficult for him to speak out about the abuse he had suffered, the lawsuit says. An attorney for McClurkin, who is now 66, said the allegations are, quote, categorically false. At no time did Pastor McClurkin engage in any form of sexual abuse, assault, or sexual coercion of Mr. Corletto, is what the attorney Greg Lissy said in a statement. So that is the story. For a lot of gay and bisexual men, especially in either the pulpit or the public eye, there's now and has always been this push to keep their sexual appetite and identity on the down low. And I'm going to be a bit transparent with this because it's a double-edged sword that has an easy yet so very difficult solution that I kind of want to bring to light for many of you. And I'm certain that on this very program over the years, I've made this point before, but you bitches ain't hearing it, so maybe you need context. This repressive ass society creates problems for itself. Everyone wants to project identities instead of simply just letting them hoes shine through. Why can't you just be you? White people and conservatives have created this system of oppression, and so many of you that consider yourselves to have been considered as, quote, leaders and shit in our black communities often fall victim to the oppression, while you have the very power and ability to change it. Last segment and this one, we talked about several men being accused of sexual assault by people that were allegedly unwilling. Then, when you look these fellas up that are alleging these things, I think on any trip that I've been to a gay club, and I've seen several folks that either resemble or look better than any of these men, and it would possibly be consensual partners for these men. Who wouldn't want Tyler? Who wouldn't want Will? Like, what? The problem is that y'all's the closet door, that's the problem. The closet door that y'all keep swinging on. You won't simply be out about who you are because of the stigma that the public eye that is and always has been the influence pushed by these conservative ass agendas that tell you your simple nature, who you are, how you love is somehow wrong. And I hate that. I so hate that for y'all. And I hate that you can't find your confidence outside of the way that you'll be perceived by friends and family. But as an actual gay man that was closeted for years, I can say that living your truth is so much easier than trying to hide shit. And I don't want this to come off like I'm giving sympathy to alleged sexual predators, because I'm not. They're actually the visual aid for the point that I want to make. See, for what it seems like to be the majority of us, either out, discreet, closeted, DL, or ambiguous, the sexual connections we make are both consensual and legal. It's both of those things. Because again, what seems like to be a majority of us, we prefer a yes on participation, or at least something other than creep ass sexual connection and behavior. Y'all leaving notes in hotel rooms and shit. It's weird. It's so weird that these individuals with influence, be it political influence, religious influence, or celebratory or celebrity influence, like, they're still under the thumb of what basic ass people would think when they influence them. It's so weird. Imagine how exhausting it must be to wear a personality, to wear a life, to wear an image that isn't even your true one, because you want to seem mightier than niggas that look to you to be mighty. You're selling them falsities. You're selling them dreams. It's being discovered that so many of these influential people keep pushing these conservative ass views and hiding who they are. And the ripple effect makes it even harder for the rest of us. Sometimes I want to be like, I don't know, just sometimes when I'm thinking and shit, I'd be like, had you niggas just came out and shown the world how uninteresting and unweird it is to simply be gay or bisexual, maybe it would have been easier for the rest of us. I mean, and I'm not putting that weight on the world on their shoulders. But can you at least stop pushing ideals and mindsets that make it harder for anyone else without influence and money to make their sexuality disappear? Can you stop making their lives shit with this kind of weird shit that y'all doing? Can you? Because what's even more frustrating is that when people are confronted with the truth, depending on how their wallet is, the story either goes away, it's forgotten, or after some financial or prestigious act y'all do, or is outright ignored by the rest of us, particularly y'all bitches that be breaking traffic laws to go to the theater and watch the latest Medea movie. Yeah, y'all be hiding and ignoring that shit. The reason that this is unseasoned is because these kinds of things remind me of the same shit white people be doing. They go around trying on the identities of others instead of just being themselves. They'll steal, manipulate, cheat, lie, and sometimes even outright murder people so that they don't have to face their truths. And from the looks of a lot of these headlines, it seems like a lot more you brothers in the public eye and the ones that are celebrated are moving the same kind of way. You're oppressing others, and oppressing others oppresses yourselves, you stupid ass people. Come on. Have anything to add or challenge, Miss Lyric?
Do better. That's all I gotta say. Stop using the church to
do
predatory things.
Yep. And the Pray the Gay Away event. Come on now. Pray the Gay Away. You at the Pray the Gay Away event groping niggas. Really? I can't make this shit up. And then you telling the rest of us, if you gay, you going to hell. What kind of sick ass shit? Okay. Anyways, that's it. That's all. Wildfowl's up next. Girl, it's raining predators. Yikes.
My name is Pam Hemphill. I'm a mother and a grandmother and a cancer survivor and a retired addiction counselor. I am also a convicted criminal for what I did on January the 6th, 2021. Thank you for having me back to the Capitol today. I am deeply grateful for this chance to try to make amends and talk about what happened 5 years ago. Once I got away from the mega cult and started educating myself about January the 6th, I knew what I did was wrong. I pleaded guilty to my crimes because I did the crime. I received due process, and the DOJ was not weaponized against me. When Donald Trump pardoned us, I rejected the pardon. Accepting that pardon would be lying about what happened on January the 6th. I am guilty, and I own that guilt. 5 years ago, I traveled from Idaho to DC to see Donald Trump speak. I had fallen for the president's lies, just like many of his supporters. Local people had welcomed me into the circle when I was around them. I heard them saying things like, the Democrats are trying to turn this into a communist country, or the radical left wants to do away with our Constitution. The gaslighting caused a lot of fear, and I was scared. With that fear in my heart, I came here on January the 6th. I went from Trump's speech to the Capitol because I thought Mr. Trump would go to the Capitol with us. I heard people saying that Trump was going to walk down to the Capitol, so I went. Well, as you know, Donald Trump never showed. But the rioters did, and the attack began. The police officers were the heroes. They protected the Capitol and everyone inside the Capitol, and even people like me. I was trampled on by the rioters. And if it weren't for the Capitol Police helping me that day, I might have died. To the Capitol Police officers sitting, if I may address you for a minute. I am truly sorry from the bottom of my heart for being part of the mob that put you and so many officers in danger. I want the Capitol Police to know how truly grateful I am to them and how deeply sorry I am. I can't believe people are still disrespecting you and trying to lie about January the 6th. I will do everything I can to stop the lies about our brave officers like you who protected us during the attack. Thank you. Speaking about January the 6th has caused a great risk to my personal safety. I have been doxxed online, harassed, and physically assaulted. But I am here, and I don't care. I won't let it stop me. I can't sit here while Mr. Trump and others are lying. I also want others who feel like me to know that we must stop the lies being pushed by the Republican leaders and Trump himself.
Why do you have roaches?
The why file.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained. We're answering why to the questions you want to know by taking your skeets over on Blue Sky at WRTR Radio. We take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com also. This is the Why Files. Remember, the truth is out there. My bad, because, the button was acting weird.
Why did it take you so long?
No, because it kept prompting. Like the segment would play and then it would prompt. And I'm just like, what the hell? Why is it not like picking up? Anyways. All right. Blake.
Oh my God.
No, wait, you go first.
That was like half of mine.
Uh-huh.
Why are you still sitting there waiting?
I know, right?
Say what you need to say. But let's see. My why comes from me.
Uh-huh.
Because y'all know how I do. Period.
Yep.
Why is it that people still have that crab in a barrel mentality, especially out here in the DC area, when it comes to getting opportunities? Why are people so willing to trample on the next person and snatch your opportunity from them?
Identity. And
regardless how big or small.
Identity, I believe, because everybody wants to feel like they're doing better than somebody else instead of just simply being themselves. You don't have to feel like you're better than someone else to just simply not move like them. If you don't like something that somebody's doing, you could just not do it. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there. You ain't. That doesn't look like it's for me. Well, girl, it's not for you. Move on. Why?
Because the truth is out there.
It should be, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. Blake, surprisingly from Texas, had a submission. He writes, and I quote, "Do you want to why?" Came off kind of hostile. He was like, "Do you want to why? Why are we allowing the current state of affairs in this country to continue? Why are we allowing it? It's more of us than them, and we're letting a few select cast misery on the masses. Why?" Again, that comes from Blake in Texas.
From fear.
Think so?
Fear, yes.
No,
fear
nobody
and
wants
complacency.
To die. Yeah, nobody wants to die, and then nobody wants to be inconvenienced. I mean, both on the separate, set of the spectrum, but of course, somebody has to stand up.
Yep.
And I am of the belief that there are strength in numbers, and we're getting the numbers. Like, people are realizing that they're realizing a lot about this fuck shit out here. So
see what people have the notion of, they're not going to let anything affect them until it affects them directly.
Yep.
We got to all get out of that mentality, because that's doing more harm than good. If everybody came together like they were supposed to, and stood up to all of this fuckery that's going on in the news, we could create our own change.
We could.
We're the people.
We
decide.
We the people.
It is our America.
Yep.
It is not this dictator kingdom type of deal where, we have to do what this man say, and that's what it is. We elected him. Well, not we, but y'all, the majority. Y'all elected him, even though, that's coming out to say that shit was probably fraudulent.
Yep. But
just do what you need to do and vote.
And it's also systemic, because you just have to look at the fact that it's in front of all of us. We're working 40 plus hours, and even after 40 plus hours, you still have to take on a second job to maintain a second, some of us third, some of us 4 jobs, in order to maintain what it is that are the very basic things in American society today. The prices keep getting higher. Our wages do not. Like, this is all across the board. Yes, of course, the first thing and foremost, it's about, you cannot take our lives. We get that. But even more, like that systemic part, that's the part that needs to crumble. Why can we not afford the very basics when we control our own society? Why are these things out of reach for so many Americans when our, slogan right now is America First? What the fuck? What are we doing?
Well, at this rate, I feel like Cheeto is deliberately doing all of this shit to cause a war, because he knows his time is coming.
And he wants to declare martial law.
And he wants to do whatever he can to drag everybody, and I do mean everybody, down with him.
Yep.
It's one of those things where we're in a toxic relationship. And it's like, if I can't have you, nobody else will. That's what it's given.
Well, I mean, he's not going to be here forever, but the rest of us are. Or not ever. Like, we're not going to be here forever either. But we're going to be here probably, I'd be safe to bet, we're probably going to be, the average American is probably going to be here a lot longer than Donald Trump. So why are we letting him shape the view of tomorrow when he won't even be here? His time is borrowed now.
Because at the rate he's going with the drama he's causing with Venezuela and all of that stuff that I've been hearing in the news, we might be on our way to World War III. So
no, we're already in it. Nobody actually sits down and makes a meeting and says, "Okay, girls, we're in World War III." They don't do that.
I'm looking for an underground bunker.
I mean, anyway, so why? Because the truth is out there, but so are the answers. And the people are out there. Remember that. And that wraps it up for this week's WAP Files. Always answering for you on the socials and on this show. All right, up next, news to make you nauseous. We're going to lighten it up before we talk about what happened in Minnesota. We'll be right back.
There are days, increasingly so, when I cannot believe my eyes and my ears in this chamber. It's about 7:00 p.m. East Coast time, and it has been a long day. I just came from the Oversight Committee where we just subpoenaed additional witnesses in the Epstein investigation, including potential co-conspirators in the crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. We spent several hours today getting a classified briefing on what happened in the unauthorized invasion of Venezuela by this administration and the capture of a foreign leader, as our president and his administration are threatening to invade other foreign countries and have failed the most basic constitutional duty of seeking the consent of Congress and advising members of Congress. And today we forced a vote on this floor, forcing all of you to ensure that we vote to save the Affordable Care Act for millions of Americans to have health care. And so you have to understand, Mr. Speaker, how absolutely inane and bizarre it is to come to the floor at 7 p.m. for the first real bill of this Congress this year and have it be on showerheads. Now, when I heard that we were going to be voting on showerheads, I literally had to go Google and look up what this was all about. And, I was actually genuinely shocked that the president, of course, had signed an executive order in April demanding that we change the efficiency standards for showerheads. And as I often do, I went down a rabbit hole and in fact started pulling up pictures of the kind of showerheads that we're talking about. And so it's fascinating to me, Mr. Speaker, to hear the impassioned pleas for regular working people to take high pressure showers in motels, because that's not why Donald Trump signed an executive order on this issue. No, Donald Trump likes his big fancy showers with multiple heads. We're talking about rich people showers. These aren't even everyday showers. And so my question, Mr. Speaker, is why on God's green earth, on the first full day that this Congress is back in 2026, are the Republicans using the floor time in the midst of armed conflict and daily corruption by this administration to run a bill on rich people showers for Donald Trump? I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And so, Mr. Speaker, I would like to take the opportunity, I have a little less than a minute left in my time, to offer to yield to my colleague across the aisle, Mr. Guthrie, to answer one simple question, which is, did Mr. Donald Trump ask you to run a showerhead bill today on the House floor? I yield.
The question I've been asking ever since we got here is, since we've been working on the bills, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker, I'll reclaim my time. If the chairman... I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker, I will reclaim my time. If my colleague across the aisle cannot answer a simple question about why we are running legislation on the United States House floor on showerheads, I think we rest our case.
And now, say what? News to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. It's news to make you nauseous. All righty, Miss Lyric, you going first?
Yep.
Go for it.
All right. Say what, Pennsylvania?
Say what?
Authorities say more than 100 human remains were discovered in the home of Jonathan Gerlach, who is accused of stealing bodies from a Pennsylvania cemetery.
Okay.
According to WGAL, police reported finding full skeletons, skulls, loose bones, and decomposing torsos in the basement of the residence at 100 Washington Avenue in Ephrata.
What?
Gerlich was taken into custody on January 6th at Mount Moriah Cemetery. So they caught him in the fucking act. Grave digging.
What the fuck?
Officers allegedly caught him with a sack containing 2 mummified children's remains, 3 skulls, additional bones, and according to court records, girl, that shit was eating me up. Gerlach admitted he used a crowbar to pry open underground burial vaults.
Wow.
Investigators also said more bones were recovered from his car. Following the arrest, the police and the Delaware County District Attorney's Office executed a search warrant at his home, uncovering more than 100 complete or partial sets of human remains.
Okay, so I have follow-up questions here and it's not questions you can particularly answer, but you said 99. I'm sorry, you said 100, over 100. So that's at the very least 99 times that this went unnoticed. And it's often these neighborhoods that you know, somebody knew something. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe.
They absolutely did. It gets
Somebody
worse.
had to. Oh, there's more. Wonderful.
8 additional bodies were later found in a nearby storage unit.
Oh.
He had remains hanging, stored, or shelved. And they also discovered that he sold some remains on Facebook Marketplace.
Sold remains on Facebook Marketplace. And again, nobody's noticed. So when I say that I'm off of the Facebook, oh, that reminds me. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you finish.
Authorities confirmed that 25 of the bodies recovered were taken from Mount Moriah, spanning a range of ages from over a century old to more recent burials. Notably, one of the bodies still had a pacemaker attached.
Oh my God.
He is now charged with burglary, abuse of a corpse, desecration, and
then people want their pacemaker back.
Venerated objects.
And people want their pacemaker back. They like, oh, well, let me get that real quick.
First of all, you're taking people's family members and selling them on Facebook Marketplace. Like, come on, bro.
How did nobody notice this? What was the ad? How did you get there? Okay. No. I'm not talking about you. Oh, well, you know. Well, he looks like a school shooter. So.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it does. I mean, he looks like a school shooter. But yeah, I would. Somebody had to know something, because this is over 100 times that somebody could have said something, didn't, and graves. You digging up entire corpses. They said 100 years old. How did you even know that it was down there? Like, how did you know where or how far it was down there? How did you know?
I found his Instagram.
Oh, God. Are there ads? Is it like for sale?
His Instagram is Dead Shit Daddy.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And on there, he has all of these stolen skulls that he has dug up from families that have buried their loved ones. Look at that, all the evidence.
And nobody has stopped and said, hey, this might be illegal. This is on Instagram.
Yep.
The same propaganda machines that are feeding y'all all these false stories, that are sitting here driving this narrative that your auntie and mama and all these other people be under, where they're not seeing the same content as the rest of us. So, who was right for leaving Facebook over 2 years ago now? That would be me. I'm sorry, over a year now. I did December 31st, 2024 is when I left. So
that's crazy.
Okay. Wow. Say what, Miami, Florida?
Say what?
A Miami man wakes up to a burglar groping his genitals and urinating on him. A Miami man woke up terrified to a burglar groping his genitals and then urinating on him before he fled, according to the police. The victim told police, this is according to the New York Post, the victim told the police he may have left his door open before he woke up around 4 a.m. Sunday morning to find a burglary suspect, a former U.S. Air Force veteran, on top of me and touching my penis over my clothing, according to a special report obtained by WPLG. Rodriguez, 34, then proceeded to expose his penis and urinate on me before leaving the room, the victim told police. So, I need to know, there's so many gaps in this story, because, okay, it's Florida, so it's not supposed to make sense, but the fact he got in your house, stood over you, was groping your first off, anybody that's groping my genitals, I'm immediately waking up. I don't care if I have been partnered with people for years that have woke up feeling a little frisky, grabbed my genitals, and I still woke up startled, because that's just like, it seems like a natural, like, what the fuck? I'm not victim blaming either, but this is weird. And then old boy peed on you? Why are you breaking into people's houses to pee on them? Who does that? If you want these and more nauseating news stories, make sure you follow us over on the socials at WRTR Radio. I'm a Blue Sky at MARCUSSMOOT. That is Marcus Smoot. And TikTok.
And you can find me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at Lyric Bravado. I do not have any other thing that I be on as far as platforms are concerned. Don't DM me.
I hear you. All right, so coming up on Real Talk, we're talking about the murder, because let's call it what it is, the murder of Renee Good by the ICE agent. Up next on Real Talk. We'll be right back.
We have some major news right now about the ICE shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Folks, the Department of Homeland Security is saying that this was self-defense, that the ICE agent, that this person, this woman, U.S. citizen, drove into the ICE agent. The video released, anything but. It is a complete lie from the Department of Homeland Security. Mayor Jacob Fry from Minneapolis is saying, get the fuck out of my city. That's what he says to ICE. He says that the self-defense explanation is complete bullshit. I want you to watch this video. This is a trigger warning, but everyone needs to see it. As you can see in the video, the U.S. citizen shot was literally driving away from ICE agents, not driving towards ICE agents. The Department of Homeland Security is lying. And people need to know that right now. Spread the word, and I'll have more updates soon.
You know, people need to stop using their vehicles as weapons. This domestic act of terrorism to use your vehicle to try to kill law enforcement officers is going to stop. And I'm asking the Department of Justice to prosecute it as domestic terrorism because it's clear that it's being coordinated. People are being trained and told how to use their vehicles to impede law enforcement operations and then to run over anybody who gets in their way while they go out there and try to disrupt peace and public safety. And Americans deserve better.
Americans deserve better. That woman just got up there and lied through her teeth and said what we seen in 4K ain't what we actually seen. When they tell me about Mussolini and Hitler and how they were able to trump up charges against individuals that were in opposition to them or being critical of them, I imagine this is what they was doing. We might be fucked, y'all. That was an American citizen, meaning all those life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and all those rights you have, they ain't mean nothing. They did not keep her alive. The woman was trying to get away and she was exterminated and now she's being characterized as a domestic terrorist? We don't need them Democrats to do much more than write a strongly worded letter. What we seen on our camera phones is definitely going to be going down in history. And oh my God, what rights do we really have? The mayor of Minneapolis and the governor of Minnesota, Frey and Walls, they got to do something. They got to be able to protect the citizens of their state or let these fascists run rogue.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk on WRTR Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
Welcome back. So let's get into this conversation about it's not even the latest victim of ICE, Renee Good. So I was going to summarize this, but this is on Wikipedia with this exact description lyric, which made this so delicious. Like Wikipedia wrote this earlier today. They have the summary of it. On January 7th, 2026, Renee Nicole McCallan Good, a 37-year-old U.S. citizen, was fatally shot by a United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement agent, or ICE, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Good was in her car, stopped diagonally on the street at the scene of an ongoing ICE operation when she was approached by agents. As Good began to drive away, an agent reached into the driver's side window. A separate agent then fired 3 shots, killing Good as she began to drive in the direction of traffic. Now, to take it a step further, the Trump administration, including Kristi Noem, Donald Trump, and J.D. Vance, have all denied these claims. Now, according to The Guardian, the Trump administration unleashes torrent of untruths after a woman shot dead by ICE. It is bad when the government is being put on blast by publications and news and everybody is like, nah, bitch, you lying. It's one thing to have a conspiracy about something, but have you seen this video footage? I know you have. Everybody has. If you have not seen the video footage at this point, I don't know what rock you've been under, but take a look at it yourself. Now, back to what The Guardian is saying. They're saying the killing of a U.S. citizen by federal immigration agent in Minneapolis was a 5-alarm fire for the Trump administration, but a torrent of untruths, half-truths, smears, and innuendos has been unleashed by the White House and amplified by its social media and cable television accolades. An attempt to douse the flames. So they're saying out on the news that they're lying to you about it. Now, getting into the story, I mean, everybody's heard of it at this point. We know what happened. I want to get into how are so many defending this? What is going on? Have you heard any of the videos? Have you heard any of like white people saying anything other than something that makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, help me.
So some of them are saying that she basically tried to run him over. But I'm not understanding.
That is not what the video is showing.
Clearly see the video where she put it in reverse and she cut her wheel to the point where she was nowhere near him.
Nowhere near him. And did you see the recently viewed footage from that actual that actual ICE agent's phone? Oh, he was recording this with his cell phone.
Wow.
And
I did hear that he called her a bitch right before he pulled the trigger.
No, he called her a bitch after he pulled the trigger. He said fucking bitch as her car drove off and then into a pole or into other cars.
Oh, wow.
And he was videoing it with his own cell phone. And they are making the Trump administration is making this false claim that this woman had rammed her car into this officer and that he felt like he was threatened. Well, first off, how threatened did you feel? You were approaching her vehicle. That's what you were doing. You walked towards her. Then, as you're walking towards her, you're yelling, screaming, and you're videoing her with your cell phone. You couldn't have felt threatened because you already know that you have a body cam on. You know that already. So you know that you're getting video footage, or you should be getting video footage of whatever's happening. So you're approaching her with your phone. And she tells him in the video, I mean you no harm. Those were her last words. I mean you no harm. And proceeded, when he went to go, he reached his hand out. It looked like to me, he reached his hand out, grabbed the woman's door, and it looked like he tried to pull her out. Or he was attempting to do that. And she was like, oh, nah, I'm out of this. This ain't got nothing to do with me. And proceeded to drive away. He then took out his firearm and shot that woman in her head. While her wife stood there in horror. This is absolutely insane that we have our government officials, even with video footage from all kind of angles. Because let's be honest, this was not an isolated incident where nobody was paying attention. ICE was there and people were already angry, blowing whistles and taking video footage of it. They were already doing that. So for you to feel that emboldened to just walk up to people and kill them, because that's what you did. This was not defense, in my opinion. It wasn't. And nobody looking at the video would think otherwise. If you do, there is something seriously, like, this is even more delusional, because I give a lot to social media. And I give a lot to media, period. There's a reason they call it programming, TV programming. Because they're programming you to view what they want you to see. So I understand that for a large demographic of people, how warped their ideas must be of this reality with so much propaganda out there. I get that. But what I don't get is how seeing this video alongside the narrative that they fed you is somehow escaping truth. Like, how's there so much of a divide between what we all see to be truth and what is actually being fed to you? Why is there so much of a gap? That is the part that's throwing me.
Charge him with a hate crime, throw his ass in jail.
I mean, you should, but JD Vance then got on TV, and you know, I've seen coverage at least where he's been like, oh well, he has immunity. And, like, apparently everybody's immune, but that is not true. That orange man may have a certain amount of immunity, but even he has his limit. But the rest of y'all don't know if you know, but he's a very old man. So I don't know why y'all are really thinking that you're doing, like, people are out in the streets, people are protesting, people are speaking out. They're not gonna let you do this. You are abducting people's children, and now you done the cardinal sin. You done made the white woman cry. Oh, you done fucked up now. So I mean, I really hate that it takes so much death, because see, the fact of the matter is, this isn't the first of this type of an incident with ICE. This is just the first that you've heard of recently.
I heard they killed that black man in Los Angeles.
Exactly.
He was standing in front of his apartment complex.
Exactly, but we're not as outraged about that because it's not a white woman. Now that it's a white woman, we'll get traction, which, okay, it still goes toward the same goal, so fine. But I just hate that so much blood has to be shed in order to shift the narrative. This is ridiculous. And y'all know that you're doing it. You know this is wrong. How do you live with yourselves?
Nah, they ain't gonna do shit until it's an all-American white boy or all-American white girl who's not in the LGBT and is strictly Caucasian and is killed from ICE. That's when the outrage is going to happen.
Yep.
I bullshit you not.
Oh, you
that's
know
when it's gonna happen.
You know it.
They don't care because the white lady was LGBT. They don't care because he was black. We know what it is.
We do.
It's only going to take somebody who they deem as the perfect white person in America.
Jesus. Somebody's gonna have to kill somebody that looks like Jesus. That, like one of them homeless people or something. Like, you're gonna have to do it.
Then the outrage is going to come.
Right.
Mark my words.
So I don't know, but what I can say, again, what I said earlier in the show, there are strength in numbers. Keep that in mind as you navigate your lives. I know this show has been long, but it is what it is as we wrap up another week.
And he was killed by an off-duty ICE agent.
So
yeah, let that absolutely sizzle in your spirit.
Absolutely. Oh, they on 100 all the time. Make no mistakes.
Yep.
Weird ass bitches. You got anything to add before I wrap it up?
Nope. I don't even want ice in my motherfucking drinks no more. Fuck them motherfuckers, man.
Not even the good joints from Sonic? Little round joints?
Fuck that shit too.
And that wraps it up for this week's WRTR Real Talk Radio. Tell a friend and follow us on the web at wrtradio.transistor.fm. Follow us all on the socials. We be at WRTR Radio on Blue Sky. And, you got our handles. I'm Marcus Smoot on Twitter. Not Twitter. God knows not Twitter. I have to go back in and delete all my shit now. I'm thinking about doing that. I really do. But because I'm about to log back in, go and get my pictures off Facebook, save that shit to the cloud that I want, nix the rest of that shit, because I'm not doing it no more. No.
Okay.
So that's it. That's all. And that's Miss Lyric Bravado.
Yes, that is me. Hello and goodbye.
Level Up Band. Shout out to them, by the way.
We are performing. This is kind of major.
Yeah.
Y'all know that band that I was talking about that, got that opportunity after Backyard called Push Play?
Yeah.
Well, February 21st, a Level Up Band will be on the same card as Push Play at the Shark Bar in Waldorf. So, Period.
I'm
Stay
so
tuned.
proud of you guys, and I've been watching your social media. Anytime that it pops up, I'll go ahead and share it, and like the creator and everything. So if you guys see any of my posts for a Level Up band, this is Lyrics Band that I'm trying to help them, get some visibility. Also, we're gonna cross promote. We're gonna do all that good stuff. But
period,
absolutely, because if we don't build our communities, who will?
Right.
All right, y'all. That being said, I'll holler at y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
This week's show featured work from TikTok creators Kiki Ray Real, Pearl Mania 500, Ashley the Baroness, Frankie AAB, C-SPAN Official, Rep Stansberry, Aaron Parnas 1, and The Conscious Lee, using our platform to amplify your voices.